Shalom, shalom, y'all surrounded. People Israel, Tulsa Oklahoma. Working out here to cross up the outcall of Babylon the Great. First things first, give our praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadai.
Better people turn straight next to his Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Your double honors to the Apostle Elders, Great Millstone. Shalom, to you, sister, first lady of truth. Shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening, standing to themselves approved. No shalom. They coming today to talk to you, man. Got me fired up. I've been peeping out, you know, the 2/3 of our nation. They're waxing worse, man. Real bad. Just when you thought it couldn't get no worse, they're worse. And see, those are the people that Yahweh Shai is about to purge out. Because really, they don't do us no good, and they don't do no good to Yahweh Shai. You can't do nothing with them. They're too far gone, man. They on the Percocets. They eat boo-boo. They just totally, man, they like Esau got them all the way in a dark place, man. You can't help them, man. They don't know. They ain't got a feel for prophecy. They don't know what's going on. And they're all the way on whatever Esau provides. Esau know he's done. So Esau going for the jugglers. What Esau doing, he's giving a place for the 2/3 to like upstate ratchetness and being a degenerate plant. You know, they going all out. You know, Esau giving like, you want to be all wicked? You want to be weirded out? Go ahead and do it, Jake. I'm going to give you the whole space to do that. And Jake is doing that, man. Jake is doing things I never thought Jake would do. Like, you'll see things in your news feed like, oh, yes, an Edomite. But then you open up and read it, and it's Jake doing it. You're like, what the hell? Jake, man. So Jake has got to the point. That's how I know that we're at the end. And Yahushua is soon to come back. Jake is at the point to where it's hard to tell the difference between a Jake and an Edomite when you see a crime in the news. You know, you used to be able to see him and be like, oh, this Esau all day long. Now it's Jake, man. Jake doing bestiality. Jake eat boo-boo. You know, Jake all on the drugs, the prescription drugs. I noticed Jake now like Percocet, man. You know, Percocet is like Jake's preferred choice, and it turning them into living zombies, man. When you see Jake, and then like they're the type, like I advise none of the hopeful elect to try to convert them. Like all you gonna do is get in an argument. A lot of them, they're too far gone. 2/3 too far gone. And like trying to, you know, rehabilitate him with the word. You know, I had to get in the spirit like Kadar Sahan in. I used to try to help Jake out. Now I'm in the spirit like, man, just be destroyed, man. You can't help him.
That's beautiful. That's exactly why Yahweh Shah said, "Give not what they owe you unto the dog." You know, that's exactly what he means by that. You know,
that's not the pearl to the swine.
Yeah, that's not the pearl to the swine. Because there's the pearl in that very scripture. You know, Lord, where do we get it? But the pearls in that very scripture means wisdom of the scripture. All right, that's symbolically speaking. Okay, so you know that's why we prefer not to go back and forth for the 2/3 because just like I said, they're far gone, and the Yahweh Shah wanted these very same people give not with his holy unto the dog.
Yeah, you can't help them, man. So we're gonna start off this right here, because this is why we call them a 2/3, because those are the Israelites are going to be destroyed before the scriptures, because they're stiff-necked and they don't follow Yahweh Shah. They follow Esau, man. So this is Zechariah 13:8. And this will come to pass that in all the lands that the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off, 2/3, and die. They need to. But the 3rd part shall be left therein, and 9. And I will bring the 3rd part to the fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say to my people, and they say, Lord is my God, my Yahweh. So that's why we call them 2/3, man. 2/3 job is to basically be destroyed. Only job they got is they'll try to convince a hopeful elect to chase the bad, be ratchet, and be like them. They're to hold you into Esau's captivity, man. That's their job right there. And really, they're already walking missile food. They're for the payment, and they're numbered to the sword. So it's best to like be set apart and like get away from them, man. 2/3, man, they low level. Everything they do is carnal. It's all about the physicality. You know, it's all about what Esau brought in society, and it's not profitable, man. So you are to the Lord. The Lord is only dealing with the hopeful elect that's cleaning themselves up, renewing their minds, and getting ready for a righteous kingdom. The Lord can't put a 2/3 in the kingdom because they'll defile it. They're defiled, man. They got Edomite ways in their head. They don't have righteousness on them. They're not thinking about the ways of Yahweh. The laws and commandments is foolishness to them, man. I heard Queen Jakes tell me, I'm going to eat my pork. I'm going to eat my catfish, my crab leg. You got me messed up. What type of God is that? You know, they'll curse the most out for some damn abominable meat, man. That's how low level they is.
They smaller like people like Boosie, Lil Boosie. He got on. He did a live a little while ago talking about I'm gonna still eat my pork. Down what the Lord say.
Yeah, that's your average 2/3 right there. They in that mindset, man.
This is Jeremiah 4:22. For my people are foolish; they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge.
You hear that? Do good, they have no knowledge. I said, Jake can tell you some nigga logic, Northside nigga logic, for how to cook up crack, you know, how to pimp on some hoes, how to hit, you know, little dude dirty over the head and take his bag. You know, they experts at that.
Why to do evil?
But like you talk about some scriptures, you know, some righteousness, man, they gonna look at you like, man, that's stupid. You can't get no bag like that. They gonna give that DMX spirit. You can't eat no book, nigga. The book messing your head up, you know. It come out in that spirit like sadish goes into being stupid. And I like how the Most High used the word sadish. Sadish also goes into being drunk. So they're drunk on that Babylon juice. That's why the Lord always calls them drunkards. Because Esau, like when you understand the scriptures, he calls philosophy some names about the wine. You know, wine. So Esau's philosophy is a type of wine. And if you drink on it and keep drinking on it, you become drunk. That's why the Lord says sadish. Sadish children. They're drunk. And you try to have a logical, you know, reasoning, you know, conversation with a drunk to see what happens. A drunk is all in their feelings, man. A drunk don't deal with logic. A drunk deal with how he feels. And you're going to drunk, his mind is all over the place, man. They stumbling and bumbling, and you just going to hear a lot of craziness, man. You know, from a drunk. From a drunkard.
1 minute they crying, next minute they over here trying to fight somebody down the street.
God. You know, I know. I dealt with a drunk chick before, man. That's what I dealt with. And she, come on, I was about to say that. She used to get so drunk. That's when I knew it was time for me to go. She get so drunk when she get to babbling. And the only word I understand she say was like, be my name. And I was like, this shit did like what Ox said, you had this part on Ox. She'll get drunk, right? Be happy. And then one minute she think about something that another dude did and then try to fight me. Right. And I'm like, I'm going through all this stuff because this chick is drunk, man. That's why I got rid of her, man. I got tired of going through that, man. Like, this chick too much. She had money too. I was like, damn. Because it's like it was always an episode with her, man. She'll get drunk and I don't know which way she gonna go. She'll go through a whole range of emotions. Like I said, man, happy, sad, fight. Yeah, my brother, my mama did this, and you just like him. And then, like, you know, you got to fight a drunk over something you ain't even did. Then the drunk, like, think they hear something. Oh, what you call me? Like, I ain't even saying, what the hell? You know? So, you can't help a drunkard, man. So, spiritually, our people are drunk on what Esau provided. And when you're drunk, that's the worst wine to me. Esau got that's like the XO stuff right there. It's me. Yeah, you drink on that, man. You over there hitting a dog or something, thinking it's good. You know, but they eating boo-boo. You know, you over there eat their ass. Eat it. It's like, hey, man, but it's doing some weirdo stuff, man. Your whole mind messed up, man. And you can't do nothing with that. Especially you trying to be righteous. You gonna look at that degenerate plant like, hey, man, you know, you smell like some boo-boo. You know? And you don't know what they gonna do too. They get some demons on them. You know, they said endure the last days had a video. He showed, man, that Eve popped her husband, man, because he's about to leave. You know, because that's the nature of Esau. So they, you know, you never know, the death angel hop on them, and they might just put you to death if you're doing something they don't like, man. You just never know. 2/3, man. And they're not gonna think of righteousness or do anything of what the Lord would do. They always gonna think of what Esau would do. Esau is like he's the base man. Esau do messed up, wicked stuff. So you dealing with 2/3, you're dealing with a minion of Esau, man. And you really don't know how they gonna react. It's gonna be the worst, man. They're gonna do something that's like gonna be very, you know, detrimental to your life. You know, whether they vexing you or just trying to like physically take your life away from you, man. They think like Esau. Especially these Eves, man. They don't get that way. They like shit. I'm just off this dude. Or like I said, 2/3 Jake dude. He really off, man. The gangster life. It's all about death, murder, and kill. You know, there's some curses on them Jakes, man. And when they drunk on their backline dudes, they don't have that spirit to fight at all. They just give into it. Jake can do you in because he a grip and you a blood. You got to get his name up. People go over there do him in because that's life. That's gangster life. That's black folks. You know, that's nigga coach. I got to do this so I can go hit the hood right over there. She'll call me a real nigga. If I go, you know, take this Jake's life out, that's the blood. I get street cred. You know, Jake fight for that. That's all Edomite type of thinking. And Edomite type of stuff. Man, I like, man, you did a lesson on that, huh? Where Jake got out of prison and they asked him about murdering somebody. He said, would a white man do it? So then I gotta do it. I was like, damn, man, that's Jake, man. I want to be like Esau. So he said, because I did ask him, like, are you remorseful? Do you care? And he said, no. He said, the white man killed people, so I'm going to kill people. And that's the whole mindset of your 2/3, man. And they like Esau is like the wickedness right now is through the roof, man. So Jake is doing stuff like, I'm like that scripture said, the general plan. I'm looking at Jake like, hey, he said the scriptures like, all Israel ain't Israel. I'm looking like, man, that ain't even no Jake type stuff right there, man. I don't even consider you Jake no more, man. You Esau for that one. You know, this getting horrible out here. They over here, you know, they doing the incest like Esau, bestiality like Esau, being serial killers now like Esau for no reason. Jake got to have a vote to kill somebody. Well, I'm a crip, he a blood, or I ain't got no money, he got money. Now Jake is doing it because, hey, man, hey, I wanted to be, you know, I just felt like it. You know, I was aggravated that day. So that's a, and it don't surprise me in a minute. Jake probably gonna be doing cannibalism in a minute if they not already, you know, doing some Jeffrey Dahmer stuff. Jake about to do that. 2/3 have all the way, you know, hit their peak of wickedness, man. We at the end of this thing, and like I can't express enough to stay away from these 2/3, man. Cause like they doing this right now. The fame it ain't really came to a head. The Jacob's trouble ain't really came to a head yet. You can still pull out cash, and they acting like this now. What's gonna happen when all that get taken away? What you think they gonna do? They gonna act a plum fool, man. And the worst thing, do a 2/3 with a gun, with a sword. Oh man, you can't. You don't know what that Jake gonna do, man. All of a sudden his bank account go to zero. You know he got a gun. What you think he about to do? So you gotta still clear for the 2/3, man. 2/3 they go to get their judgment too. Like Yabashaw's already sneaking in more by Mexico. The other Edomites probably gonna come into the north, east, or west. I'm trying to see where Russia gonna come in at, but they gonna come in here. And the first one they're gonna jump on is gonna be Jake, man. Esau gonna hand Moab that gun and tell him to go to Jake neighborhoods and clean out Jake, man. Esau coming down Great Rat, man. And his target is Jake. And Jake don't even know that, man. Jake's still over here, you know, they over here twerking and over here dancing for the Percocet. And this devil over here, you know, he in his secret meets, like, you know, coming with strategic plans, like we're gonna pull tanks over here. We're gonna come down this lane with F-16. We're gonna come down this the infantry over here. Like Esau already talk about strategically how he gonna take Jake out, man. And Jake don't even know. Jake has no idea. Like Jake, a lot of Jakes still don't believe that the device is the MOTV. You know, I got laughed at for saying that. So Jake is about to this. Hey, it's gonna come on them suddenly. And then they're gonna think somebody wrong for that. You know? And like the most high put on our spirit, we're not gonna care when these 2/3 start getting their judgment, man. We go somewhere and see Jake get mowed down, and it's not gonna do nothing for us. We're like, shit, Jake needed to go with her purple hair. Jake over there with his purse on and his skinny jeans. He needed to go. We ain't gonna care. We're gonna eat on what little turkey, like with the food we got. Like, by time, you know? And like, man, he putting a heavy spirit on us, man. It's gonna be like, it's gonna go down for family members and everything else. They ain't right. Y'all for sure.
This is Proverbs 1:26. I will also laugh at your calamity, and I will mock when your fear cometh. So when all hell is breaking loose and these 2/3 and stuff is catching hell, and the righteous is put up and are protected, hey, we're gonna be laughing at y'all Cause y'all could have had the word, but y'all shunned it, man. Y'all slapped the hand that was, trying to show y'all the truth. You got
God, man, let's fix back up perfect what I said, man. We gonna laugh, man. I'm not gonna care what happened to Keisha in that day. She need to go, man. These 2/3 Israelite women disgust me. They disgust me, man. When I watched that one video of that rapper chick with Suki Hana, that was disgusting. And like the majority of them think that's the way to be in life. So they're just being ratchet to the fullest. And see when that happened, man, when these Moabites and these Edomites come from overseas, man, they about to, hey, you want to be a ratchet? You want to, ride these rods? Hey, the military dudes be some horn dogs, man. They gonna grab Eve up and she gonna get ran through, man, to death. And we're not gonna like try to come out our high spot and save her. No.
It's gonna be like that. They're watching in the book of Eli, man.
Sure.
When he saw that woman getting dragged and she was getting raped by the men, what did their watcher say? Keep going east. Keep going east. And he kept focusing on the word. And that's how we're gonna be in that last day. We gonna be focusing on Yahweh Yahweh so much that all of the stuff around us, all of the wickedness around us, we're not gonna care about it. Because we're gonna be seeking Yahweh Yahweh.
I'm gonna read this verse down. It says, this is Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as the whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall you call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Hear that? They did not choose knowledge or the fear of the Lord. They chose what? Chasing the bag. They chose what? The American lifestyle, Babylonian lifestyle. They didn't want to hear the Lord, man. And we out here, week in, week out, putting these video pictures out, telling our people. And I feel like at this point, that's something like if the Lord ain't like I can see where you at right now. If it ain't like sparking something in your spirit to like stop and look at like, man, what's up going on, man? These people talk about nuclear warfare every day. Banks is failing. Food plants is getting burnt up. Like, if it ain't hit you, start seeking out knowledge now. That lets you know you're not worthy of me to give you this knowledge, man. You ain't even in consider mode. You still out here, like it's all good. And like Yahweh is showing you that he's about to destroy this place because you can see the signs of it. It's like the wind. You can't like physically see the wind, but when that wind blowing on that tree and blowing them leaves real hard, you see the effects of it. And that's how it is, just prophecies, man, that's coming to play. Hey, Yahweh is showing the effects of his presence on Babylon the Great. Everything is collapsing, man. The education system collapsing. The financial system is collapsing. The security system is collapsing. Everything in collapse, man. So, and the food system is collapsing. So that should let you think like, man, something going on. What's really going on? What's happening, man? Let me seek out. Let me hear, what these brothers got to say. And I'm like, you should know who Esau is at about this time, man. I should have to convince you that Esau Edom is the devil in the flesh. So-called white man's no good for you. I shouldn't have to convince you of that. I feel like if that's a hard convince for you, for me to relay that to you, then you destroyed, man. I'm not about to waste my time.
Back to this Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. And it says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And it says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. All right, and that's the point right there. When I actually brought out is that when I mentioned, you should know who Esau Edom is by now. All right, and so if you're sitting here saying that all white people is not that way, that could be saved, then you're rejecting the knowledge of Yahweh Yahweh. But case in point, Yahweh Yahweh hates Esau. All right, Esau is the so-called white man, and so therefore he's your enemy. Okay, so if you reject that knowledge, then Yahweh Yahweh is gonna reject you. Okay, because you became a friend of the world. You became a friend of Esau's world. All right, so we know, and he said, I will also reject thee, and thou shalt be no priest to me. Then thou hast forgotten the laws of thy power. I will also forget thy children. You see that? And so all of those things are going to happen once you reject his knowledge. All right, and that's going to come in the form of Jacob Tucker.
Perfectly put, man. Hey, lack of knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of your how about Yahweh, which helps preserve your life, man. Your salvation is based on the knowledge of this book. That's what makes you valuable. How you gonna put you in the righteous kingdom? You don't know nothing about the kingdom, and you don't know the laws, and you don't know what's required of you. You don't know what you're supposed to do. You're not fit for it. You're not built for that, man. It's not tailored for you. You don't know nothing. All you know is Esau law, which is totally contrary to the laws of Yahweh Shah. So, that, like I said, in Romans 12:2 is big, man. Your mind got to be renewed in order to get to salvation. No, it is based on a knowledge. It is based on, knowing certain things. You got to know right from wrong. You got to know righteousness. You got to know wickedness, man. You got to know those things, man. If you just know wickedness and you looking at wickedness as this righteousness, and that's how you live your life, you're not fit to be in the kingdom. Because, like I said earlier, you're defiling. Because you don't even know right. Wrong in their eyes is right. They think they're supposed to, twerk and pop, do dirty over the head and gang bang. Like, what's that song Tupac made that was stupid as hell? I wonder if heaven got a ghetto. Ain't gonna be no ghetto in the kingdom of heaven. It's not gonna be a ghetto. Ghetto is filthy, dirty, and nasty. We're going into a clean kingdom. And to be placed into a clean kingdom, your mind and your spirit got to be cleaned up. And what's gonna clean it up is the words in this book. And then your energy and your effort on meeting the standard. The scriptures is the standard. Not what Esau say. Esau, he's the standard for wickedness. So if you meet that, you are a vessel that's meet for destruction. And you're gonna get that. That's what the Lord doing, man. Right now we in a grace period. We in a period where he's giving us opportunity to get right. Study and get right, man. Because he's gonna bless some in, he gonna destroy most of them. And it's gonna come down to your knowledge. Like that Hosea 4:6, man, that's one of my favorite precepts, man. And he said, that's what I'm saying, all these Israelites that got children, he said, not only reject thee, he gonna reject your children, man. So we don't just be in this truth for us. We in this truth so our children get salvation as well. It ain't just us. So a lot of us got young seeds, man, that might can get saved. So we got to make it so they can make it, man. Have the opportunity. Because they're not at the age of consent yet. They're not at, 12, 13 yet. So it's bigger than just you. That's what it is, Jake, that got young children. Like, man, if you ain't going to get right for you, at least do it for your children. Damn, Jake. Damn, Jake. But Jake is selfish, man. 2/3 is selfish. They don't care, man. They only about that gratifying the flesh. What feels good for the flesh, man? They want something in their belly or something on their rise. Or for a female, she want either something in her belly or something in her other belly. She want to feed them lips or them lips. One of the two. And then they so bad now, Jake want to feed their backside too. And they want to eat the backside, man. That's how filthy and nasty they done got. Nasty. Eating feces, man. You look at Jake like, what the hell? And I'm like, if we offended like that, I can imagine how about y'all shot. You got these chicks that got purple, neon green hair, big long witch nails. Face got about 3 pounds of makeup on it. All kind of cosmetics in their body, plastic. Got the BBLs,
Then they got a lot of nerves that can't tell how about you want.
Putting other women's hair in their head or synthetic hair. Everything about the Israelite woman is fake. Fake, man. She's totally artificial. And only from her appearance, also her mindset, man. Because what Esau provided is fake. It's not real. So what can you do with an Israelite woman like that? Then when you go to the Israelite man, he all messed up, man. He ain't even a man. First thing Esau do to the Jake dude is to take his manhood from him, man. We was talking about that earlier when you open camp. All them Jake dudes in Hollywood, they got their manhood took it, man. And then once your manhood gone, like, what's the point of you being here? And Jake, man, he wearing skinny jeans, he rocking purses. And then you look at Jake, man, he got neon green hair too. Blue hair. They over here dyeing their mustache and beard, all kind of neon pink colors. I'm like, man, what the hell, Jake? The dudes that do dreads got colored dreads and yarn in their head. Then you got dudes putting weave in their head, fake dreads. I'm like, damn, Jake, you wearing weave now too? What the hell?
Carrying a female purse?
Yeah.
wearing female garments.
Yeah, dresses. You know, I see Jake dudes wearing color contacts, man. What the hell is that? When you start being fake, man? Think I got honey color eyes. What? What? Wearing Jake dudes wearing makeup. And that's how Esau wanted, man. The Jake man is being like the Israelite woman. She the weaker vessel. He falling behind her. My dirty bag purse costs more than your dirty bag purse. You know? Then they messing with they dudes. So you got a J dude and an Israelite woman fighting over dude. I'm like, I never thought I'd see no shit like that. What the hell? Like, I think, did you show that? Yeah, that was on y'all like, yeah. You got her fighting. I'm like, damn, so you got to fight with Jake man for her dude. What the hell? And then like, I'm looking at her, she over fighting with the Bomo. I'm like, nigga, yet you let you know at home, you ain't got no man. He messing with another one. He ain't that. You need to go get you an STD check, man. You might got disease. They pack those. You know? And that makes me not want to mess with these Israelite women that's all messed up. Like, how many Bomo dudes done ran up in her? You know? And what type of disease she got? Her stuff, her water is like the Arkansas River right now. That stuff brown and murky. You know? They said, they like, you don't know how much boo-boo she done ate. Now they like Kevin Gates. They all brag about how they eat boo-boo too. They want to come kiss on you. These Israelites, man, they're disgusting, man. They degenerate plants.
Hey, this is Ecclesiastes 26:12. We'll start at 11. It says, "Marvel not if she transgress against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found the fountain and drink of every water near her. But every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver to every arrow."
You hear that? She'll open her quiver to every arrow. Boy, I love the most how I put that, man. He put it plain right there. That's what these thoughts will do. They do it. The chick will brag about that to something. I read, dude. You know I'm selling tail.
And then they got a nerve to say whenever they want to settle down, they be saying shit like, "Why the body count matters."
It says she opened her mouth to every thirsty traveler. now y'all already know what that means. So,
yeah, I mean, hey, dude, hey, they got the purse. Jake got the bag of money, a nice car, 24 rims on the car. Hey, that chick gonna go, man. Anybody get a little game about her, she gonna go. A lot of these Israelite women are not marriage material, man. They are not worth your time and your effort or your resources, man. Because she's an adulterous woman, man. She's not accountable for her action. An Israelite woman, 2/3 Israelite woman gonna mess with another man, they come and tell you it was your fault. You didn't give me enough attention. You know, and they put it on you and manipulate, twist it like that, man. You know, it's probably eating new boo-boo. Then come back to you. You know, they tell you it was your fault. You didn't let me eat your boo-boo. I like eating boo-boo. You know?
I got something to back you up with that one.
You ain't freaky enough.
Because I just mentioned that, right? Because he said the woman would go step out on her man or her husband and try to blame you for it. So this is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 20. And it says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and says, I have done no wickedness."
See, and that's why they don't accept accountability in scripture. Eve is tailored like that, man. She gonna blame society, blame anybody else but her own self, man. And you can't do no person like that. It's gonna show no growth. You're gonna be messing with a glorified 12-year-old, man. Then the devil gave him social media, man. So she really out there going crazy for the gram, the Snapchat and Facebook, man. These women is done, man. They're all the way in the world. Ain't no way of reining them in. She got about 15 dudes in her DM talking about eating boo-boo. You can't compete with that. You don't want to eat boo-boo. Jake over here gonna eat the boo-boo. He gonna turn her booty into a smoothie. You can't compete with that.
This is exactly why Yahweh Shah said there's going to come a time for Jacob suffer. You got to purge all this bullshit out, man.
God, these chicks is walking toilets, man. They buried 2/3 of walking toilets, man. Literally. You can't say I'm saying it to be mean. They are pretending you that's what they do. They talk shit. Literally talking shit. You know? And then like you come there with a precept, like, hey man, you know we push like that, get right. Hey man, that'll damn near start a fight. They'll start a fight. I think that's what that one dude was probably supposed to start a camp. I don't know what he said. But they got a problem with truth, man. Because they got a problem with Yahushua. These the same souls that told the Romans to kill Yahushua. That's what we dealing with. When you put it in perspective, we got the scriptures. We dealing with them same type of souls. We dealing with the same type of souls when Moses was leading up inside of Egypt to freedom. They are, I want to go back to slavery. I'm tired of working. I don't think I know where he going.
The same one that said free Barabbas.
God.
Instead of Yahushua.
God. The same.
We had no king but Caesar.
God. Ooh, they said it a lot right now, man. That's them choosing Esau. Somebody, man, Yahushua ain't my king. Caesar my king. He said that a lot now, too.
Even with Barabbas, he was a murderer and a thief. They chose him. They choosing Esau.
God. You know, hey, you're right. Good analogy, man. Good. Back there. Esau is a thief and he is a murderer. And they'll choose that over a righteous, you know, a righteous, good ruler, a good king, man. That's why I like, man, the 2/3 of Black. I don't understand the 2/3 mindset, man. I don't want to. To me, they're insane and they stupid, like the scriptures say, and they dumb as hell, man. I look at them and I just like, you need to be, like, you need a good bullet in your head. Like, I'm with what y'all want to do to them. I'm in accordance with that. I be looking at them and then they vex me, man, because they so stupid. They say dumb stuff. They're champions for Esau. They champion everything Esau do. Talk bad about Jake. They hate themselves. If they hate themselves, they ain't gonna love you. How the hell they gonna love you when they hate themselves? You know, they hate looking in the mirror, trying to change their appearance. They want to be like Esau, man. They like Uncle Ruckus, man. So you can't do nothing with them. You can't show these people no love. Now I'm really getting that, man. 2/3 can't be rehabilitated, can't be helped. The only way, the one good thing the 2/3 need is getting a reset, man. Getting deleted. See, because now we know they're gonna come back to the kingdom. You know, Lord, what would a hopeful let they're gonna come back to our loin, and then they'll be right. And they need that, man. Like the Lord, you see how he's doing it, man. He's doing it like a reset, you know.
I have a quick one. This is Sirach. Well, this is Second Edges 2:15. Second Edges 15. I'm gonna start at 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works have been fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will not hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, such they profane comments, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crying out unto me, and thy soul, and the souls of the just complaining continually. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're complaining continually of the wickedness of our people, man. And the wickedness of Esau Edom, man, is putting that wicked vibration out all across the world for our people to follow and trap to. But it was saying the 2/3 must be cut off and die. So we know that something's going to happen, and we're waiting for it. We're earning for it. That's why I said
You sure?
Yeah. Y'all good.
Mine is pretty soft side, black. Israel, really? I didn't know that. Oh, we're in your way, girl. Are you preferring it?
Well, you know, all right, they're talking about these dang Jackson and the famine and the sword coming out for the truck. Yeah, we with that, man. We're anticipating that because now we're realizing how Yahushua's doing this. That's the right thing he's doing. That has to come because that's the only way you can fix these 2/3. It's at that point. That's the only way you can fix them. They got to be deleted, man. You know, like, you know, something's so bad, and say you're on a computer, and it's all got viruses and all that. You got to do a reset, man. You got to flush it all out.
Either that or throw the whole damn computer away and buy a new one. And hopefully that's what y'all gonna do. He's gonna create a new heaven and a new earth.
I like the part where it says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood cries out unto me, and the souls of the just complaining continually. Hey, and that's what we're doing, man. We're complaining because of the weakness that Esau puts forth, man. Hey, man, it's nothing but hell here, man. You gotta suffer to see Eve talking about eating niggas' ass, eating niggas' ass. Like you can't, like, Eve supposed to be comforted and like a pillar of rest for you. Now, hey, that shit ain't nothing but a headache and a heart. Hey, you got nothing to lean on no more but how about you outside.
Hey, bet you worse than the world will.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like who's worse, man. Like Esau, Eve, and I want to say probably Eve because she's in your dwelling place with you. Like when Esau, you get off Esau clock, you ain't got to deal with Esau no more. But when you go home, you got a wicked 230 Eve, then you got to deal with her. And like you can't get no rest. You might be trying to lay down. She want to start arguing with you. So I'm like, to me, I feel like she's probably worse, man. She's an accessory. But she's an accomplice to Esau. And she helps keep the Israelite man down so that Esau, can do his work on us, man. Like, like I said, she's supposed to be a pillar of rest and peace, but she's not that. She totally lost that part of her, man. Now they're just nothing but like I said, headaches.
That's pretty much the reason why, because they bought into their feminism, their feminist mindset, right? And so they ultimately going back into the serpent and Eve, all right? Because Eve, our 230 women, is pretty much the queen of the serpent. And so they're pretty much one rampant among the Yasha'Allah, among the communities of Yasha'Allah, and they're pretty much doing Esau's work for them. And that's ultimately what it boils down to. But you go back and you read, and you thoroughly read, the story about Eve and the serpent enticed Eve with power. All right, because he said, if you eat of this fruit, you will be as God. God means power. All right, and so when you understand that, everything that Eve come out of her mouth, she's like, I don't want to be up under a man. I want a man to bow down to me. That's ultimately what they boil down to. That's what they want is power. They want power over man. And Esau pretty much gave it to him in this society because what? You get put on child support. Even if the baby ain't yours, you get put on child support. Who they get the power to? Eve. All right? And so, but that get ready to come down. They're about to go down in the drain in the future, man. But that's the reason why those women are our enemies. Those ones who think like that.
With Proverbs 21 and 19, it is better to dwell in the wilderness than with the contentious and angry woman.
Hey,
that be hitting me hard.
Hey, he said it's better to dwell in the wilderness. Like, we talking about a wilderness. You ain't got no home, no nothing. You in a jungle with wild animals. That's the dangerous place to live in. But it said it's better to live in a wilderness than to be in a contentious and being in a house with a contentious woman. That's dangerous. So basically, Yahweh Shah through King Solomon, because he wrote the book of Proverbs, right? He's basically saying that being with an angry woman in the house is more dangerous than being out in the wilderness with dangerous animals. That's basically what he's just saying.
And that's true. That is true. Anybody that have been in the house with a tennis quarrels a woman, no, that is true. You will feel that. That's why you cannot tell me the scripture's not on point, because if you search scriptures that come out, and when I hear it, it hit hard. I be like, oh, that's the truth. That is, I feel that. That's the truth, man. And he ain't lying right there, man. So the best thing that Jake can do, you dealing with continuous cross women, is leave that helpful, man.
And King Solomon was no, he had 1,000 wives. He wanted to talk about it.
And said, I ain't found not one righteous. So think about that. He said, this is our kingdom. Now we're Esau kingdom.
I got another one right here. This go pretty much go hand in hand with I get bought out, right? But it's a Ecclesiastica, aka Sirach, 25 and 16, and it says, I have rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And it's the same thing. And in this case, he said a lion and a dragon. And every time I think about this script, I'm thinking of a Komodo dragon. The big ass lizard, that real poison. Basically, he said he'd rather dwell with a Komodo dragon that's venomous. He bites you, that it's poison. And see, so he's saying that a woman is more poisonous than a Komodo dragon, or a literal dragon that blows fire. He'd rather dwell with a dragon that blows fire, or a Komodo dragon, literal, then to keep house with a wicked woman.
You gotta think too, the word dinosaur, that's a new term.
Right, yeah.
Lord didn't call that shit a dinosaur. A dragon, that's what they were called. A big giant ass T-Rex. You better off dealing with that than dealing with a damn wicked ass Eve or a lion, which is another ferocious beast. You better off dealing with that than a wicked ass woman. You know why? That wicked ass woman gonna kill you slow. Dealing with that ferocious beast is gonna go quick, and you know what you're dealing with. When you deal with a wicked Eve, it's gonna be a slow burn.
And it's exactly
like carbon monoxide.
Right. And it's just like what I said earlier.
Torture.
A slow torture.
That's beautiful. They basically, that's why I said earlier, they're the queen of the serpent. You know, the serpent is a literal snake. And how do a snake actually attack its food? They hit them with their venom, and then they wait for you to get paralyzed, depending on what kind of snake it is. Then they pounce on you.
Slow poison, man. It rots you over time. You know, and that's like, and Eve, she's more dangerous than a two-third male Jake. Two-third male Jake is gonna be a quick confrontation. It's gonna be up front. Right. You know, the woman, she taking on the nature of Esau. She coming with deceit and manipulation tactics. She has more, like you said earlier, she has more of the spirit of the serpent on her. So it's gonna be more you know, underhanded tactics that's gonna slowly erode at you. And then like you're gonna be putting your rod in that. You don't know you're putting your rod in your enemy, man. The scripture says, she that is my enemy, she shall see it. You know, who's paraphrasing. But I'm just hitting two-thirds period, man. Now Eve is the worst counterpart of those. Like I said, hers is gonna be deceitful. You know, two-thirds Jake is gonna be outright. But both of them work on behalf of Esau, man, to knock you off. The male two-third and the female two-third. You know, both of them are on the same league as Esau. And they really, I was telling like my people all the time, because they are like, why we can't do this? Why we can't come up as a people? Why we can't come together? Why we can't get our research together? I'm like, it's more two-thirds. Turn two-thirds. That means the majority of them are cooned out Sambo. You can't come together with a coon in the Sambo. He gonna give all his power over to Esau, man.
Or it's gonna be a crab in a bucket.
Exactly. He gonna pull you down.
Then you fooling yourself, because clearly in Amos 3:3, because it said that two people walk together except they agree. All right. If we agree with these scriptures, then if you down to two-thirds that don't agree, you know, that don't simply agree like the dietary law. They say they want to keep on eating that shrimp and crab and all of that. You can't come together with that individual. Y'all on two different paths. You see that? And so, you know, another scripture said, do not be unequally yoked with non-believers. All right, a two-third is a non-believer. Okay, so you can't, you know, anybody that, you know, come in that mindset saying why we can't just all get along, why we can't come together, they simply just lack the knowledge of the scripture. All right, because the scripture clearly tell you not to be unequally yoked with non-believers. All right, so you got to separate. That's going back to Romans 12:2. All right, be not conformed to this world, but be yet transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay, so if you got somebody that's of the world, you got to separate from the individual, especially if you want to, you know, believe on to Yahweh by the outside.
We'll come out with this right here. This is Baruch 2:28. As thou speakest about the servant Moses in the day, when thou didst command him to write thy law before the children of Israel, saying, 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude should be turned to a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. You got scattered. The Edomites didn't get scattered. 30. But I knew that they would not hear me because of the stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. See that? So we're remembering ourselves, man. We remember all my Hebrew Israelites. Looking at our friends, just, okay, I'm about to get right. But two-thirds not going to do that. Two-thirds like I'm black, Black Lives Matter, I'm African-American, or they'll go so far to say they Egyptian, Kemetic, and they're going to be on that type of stuff. Or get their dashiki on, I'm African, or, you know, think they're Hamite and stuff like that. And they stiff-neck, which means they ain't going to listen. They, you ain't going to do like Keisha. Straight stiffen her neck and tell you like, oh, nigga, nah, I ain't none of that. Oh, Hebrew is like, I don't want to hear that, you know? And she's going to continue on with her wickedness, man. And they didn't want to, like I said, I like how you put that, man. They didn't want to listen to Moses back then. You had a big multitude, didn't want to listen to Moses. He coming down with the law. He coming down, they made a whole golden statue to worship, something they made. Well, how the hell you worship something you created? And hey, Moses got so made, he threw tablets down. Hey, we in that same spirit, man. We in these goddamn two-thirds, You know all the little stuff they do, man. They want to throw you in the Bible. Like, hey, man, hey, you know what? Hey, how far to you goddamn, 2/3, man. Hey, you like, man, Lord, bring, like I read that we said earlier, we like sign and crime. Not just from Esau, but for our own 2/3 of people. Like, we can't deal with them, man. They're degenerates. And they bring down the quality. Because we trying to be royalty, and they trying to be some goddamn vagabonds, some damn fools, court jesters, clowns, And we can't do nothing with that, man. We already getting right, man. We trying to get our Paleo Hebrew down, know these scriptures, get, no laws and commands. We already getting it right. We hold it up in the house of David, like, hey, man, 1, 2, 3, break your house shot. We be getting right. They over there like, y'all niggas stupid, nigga. I got this new, what these niggas are, crossbodies. They over there rocking purses. I got the new Birkin bag. Y'all niggas lame. Nigga, your house shot stuff is lame. Niggas about getting the bag, nigga. Chicks will eat your boo-boo if you got the bag. The new Birkin bag. I got style. I got fashion. Check out my skinny jeans. I'm about to go get me some new high heels. That's 2/3 is on. Like that, we can't come together with nothing like that. Then they dumb. Nigga logic. All about gang banging and nigga, we need to get the black dollar together. We're like, nigga, the dollar about to be destroyed, man. It's going digital. No, nigga, we do this and get our dollar together. We can do it like that. Get us some businesses and all that little crazy stuff, man. We're gonna go over here and knock this nigga over the head. We're gonna go over here and get us a liquor store. And then we're gonna open up a strip club. And then hey, we're gonna bring Black Wall Street back with that. Like, man, get out of here, man. Like we already know the deal, man. We're not in here trying to build our businesses here in Babylon the Great. It's about to get blew up with thermonuclear missiles, man. And then you tell a Jake that, they'll tell you like, hey, man, what weed is you smoking? And I'm like, fool. They talk about the news every day. Putin on the news every day flexing about his news. He ever giving other countries news. What's that, Belarus? He's like, here y'all go some nukes. I'm like, hey, man, it's going down. They keep talking about it. They're going to do it in a minute. He ain't just saying this for no reason. He ain't just flexing. Hey, North Korea, like, they flexing nukes for a reason. World War III is about to pop off. Jake over here talking about, they just saying that. I'm worried about what LeBron James gonna do. The Lakers gonna make the playoffs. And talk to you about stupid low level stuff like that, man.
So big, you worried about Mark Madness right now?
God, they ain't saying nothing wrong if you watch the game or whatnot, but that should be the whole basis of your whole conversation. Your whole life is based on is Texas gonna win the Final Four. And it's bigger issues like these devils blowing up food processing plants, man. The fame is about to be real. See, Jake ain't gonna know until it hit him. See, he can't go to McDonald's, he can't go to Walmart. Then they go, hey man, what's that name again? Who we in? And nigga, I can't give you the truth for 2 weeks, nigga. I'm too busy like making sure my shit in order. Devil coming down great rap. And they're like, you didn't want it then. Why should I tell you now?
This is second address. I'm gonna read verse 1 and I'm gonna jump down. So this is second Ezra chapter 9, in verse 1, he said, he answered me and then said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made. All right, and so the octave mentioned that Vladimir Putin and all the people in North Korea, they're threatening, they're having those nuclear missiles. Okay, but you got the 2/3 who basically ignoring it and they calling it a conspiracy theory. Okay, they're just like I mentioned, hey, what weed you smoke. They said all of this stuff just to simply ignore the words of Yahweh and Yahshua. Simply ignore the prophet. Okay, ultimately they're trying to disregard and they don't want to repent. That's what it boils down to. All right, so jumping down to second Ezra chapter 9, and it said second Ezra chapter 9 and 9, and it said, then shall there be a pitiful case which now have abused my ways, and it said, and they that have cast him away despitefully shall dwell in torment. All right, so when that time comes, when you actually receive the warning, you're going to dwell in torment. It's going to come unexpected. Okay, in verse 10, and it says, for such as in their life have received benefit and have not known me. All right, so your riches, all the money that you came that you actually received in this world came from Yahweh Shai. All right, and so you was at liberty and you didn't get to know Yahweh Shai in that time when you had the chance. Okay, in verse 11, and it said they have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto him and understood not, but despised it. All right, verse 12. The same must know it after death by pain.
I know about pain. Like I said, they should dwell in torment. Hey, starving death is a very bad way to go, man. But that's what happened to 2/3, man. They didn't hearken, but they didn't serve, Yahweh Shah. And like I said, we got food, we eat. Hey, I'm not about to give you nothing that time, man. We about to see some real harsh dudes for 2/3 when, hell break loose.
And matter of fact, there's another scripture that said, help not a sinner. All right, and you've been sinning all this time. You supposed to be Yahweh Shah specifically told us through the scriptures, help not a sinner. So, and what is a sinner? A person that's sin on top of sin on top of sin. All right, there's a difference. All right, there's a person that committed a sin and which he actually repented from it, and then there's a sinner who basically living in iniquity. All right, and Yahweh Shah said, we're not supposed to help them.
We're not. We're gonna laugh at their calamity, like scripture that earlier.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy tongues clean to the roof of thy mouth, that they shall be dumb and shall not be a reproof. I'm gonna start that off. It says, and I will make their tongues clean to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house.
Ooh, rebellious house, man. They're rebelling against the house by Shah. They're rebelling against him. They ain't gonna listen to us, man. And see, like I said earlier, they're gonna wait till all this shit hit. Then they're gonna want to get the truth. Like Octave read right there, we ain't telling you nothing. I was trying to tell you before, and you laughed at me, scoffed at me, you frowned me, said I was stupid, I was crazy, I'm a racist, I'm a hater, I'm all of that. So I'm all of that. So when they hit, I'm gonna keep that same energy, man. I'm not about to tell you nothing, man. I already tried to warn you. You didn't want to heed the warning. You smacked the helping head. You smacked the head of y'all shot. So when it comes, man, hey, we're not gonna tell you nothing. I don't have time. Like, man, I can bring some great scriptures, man. We're not gonna help the sinner. I'm not gonna be trying to help you out. Like, you already in your lot. I already know you were 2/3. I'm gonna try to get away from you. I don't even want to get judgment on you. I already know the Lord gonna do this. If you didn't serve the Lord with everything when you had liberty, and everything was good, you didn't serve the Lord. You fought against the Lord. Like I read that scripture, you was rebellious people.
Right here, there's another quick preacher based on rebellious people. This is Isaiah chapter 30. We start at verse 9, and it said that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shah. Verse 10. And it said, which say to the seer, see not, and to prophets, and see not into the prophet, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
They want their planted Christianity. They want their prosperity. Say everything's gonna be all right. They want us to say Babylon the Great gonna be all right. They want us to God bless America and tell them like, oh yeah, man, get your BBL and putting on all that makeup and messing with 8 different dudes. You're gonna be a false bitch, man. You're gonna make it, and vice versa for the Jake man. They want us to tell them that, but no, man, we're reprover to the house of Israel to tell you that like that's not a good lifestyle, man. It's not gonna feel good. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear the lie. They don't want to hear the truth. Truth is offensive to them. They don't want to hear that Hebrew Israelite and the so-called white man's devil in the flesh. They don't want to hear that. They will say Esau gave me a car. Esau gave me a job. Esau gave me a house. Esau been good to me. The black people want to turn me down. So you can't really do nothing, man, with these old stiff-necked, hard-headed Israelites, man, because they want to hear lies. Lies is comforting to a 2/3 J. The truth is offensive to them. And see, we wire different. A lie is offensive to us, and the truth is comforting to us. So we got 2 different mindsets, man. That's why we don't we will never fit in together. We'll always be unequally yoked. Because they'll be trying to mix righteousness with wickedness, or light to darkness. Like we're totally contrary, man. We on the path of righteousness, walking the lost commandments of Yahweh Shah. They on the path to darkness and lies and trying to fulfill, Esau's, his whole wicked enterprise. That's what they on. They're trying to be the biggest fool they can be on social media.
So this is Isaiah 3:11. It says, "Woe to the wicked! It will go badly with him, for what he deserves will be done to him." So just like what the brother was saying, hey, if you wicked, you're gonna get done wicked, man. That's why we can't be around you. We can't be around the 2/3 in the times of trouble because we know the calamities is gonna follow you. Hey, and I don't want to be an innocent bystander toward you. So shit, I don't care if that goes to my own family or not. If you wicked, hey, shit, you gonna be wicked on that side over there. You're gonna be wicked by me.
All right. Well, I want to get your judgments coming down the pipeline. They say they're gonna be coming to us. They're gonna have their device in their body because they don't know that they ain't listen to us. We told us don't get the device, so they're gonna go get the device.
Get away from me, man. You track.
Exactly. They get you not. Like I say, he's not gonna know where you at because he's already tracking them.
They triangulate you, man. Get away from me.
Good point on that too. They already get GPS. They gonna show up in your spot, trying to talk to you like, "Hey man, that turkey show smell good." I'm looking like, "Fool, don't you got the device in your body?" It's like shit. It didn't last that long.
Yeah, you buy food, you eat all this and all of that.
Yeah, but I don't think that system gonna last that long, man.
No, it ain't.
It's gonna be like the same thing with that juice. Man, after they gonna get that device, they'll get some food for a minute, and then Esau say that's it.
That's what,
so you ain't got the device for nothing.
That what you just said lines up perfectly with the what it said when Esau was about to fill his belly in a wrath of the Lord. So it's
not gonna last that long. Right? He's eating. So the MOTB system's not gonna last that long. It's gonna be a failed system. But Jake's so dumb, they gonna go out and get it because they listen to these other little off camps. The MOTB is seeing. I can go get that device, they're gonna get it, and it's like, then the scriptures gonna hit them, man. Then that Revelation chapter 14 gonna hit them like, you in the crosshairs, y'all for shot. He gonna triangulate your butt in a minute, and the chariot gonna hit your butt. Now he might get my spiritual power, I'm gonna hit your butt. If I get to, like, y'all try to put on my spirit, like, hey man, put that Jake, that's Luke 19:27. Those that don't let me reign over them, bring them hither and slay them. Yeah. They say, you don't know, I'm about to be an issue or judge to your butt, man. You ever try to give my spiritual powers that time? But you sure need it. So you might not want to be around me begging me for no food with that device in your body. You might just hit that voice in my head like, hey, man, the Lord gonna put a death angel on me to put your butt, put you down. And it ain't gonna be like the scripture said. It's gonna be my good pleasure to do that. Because I can't stand the 2/3 no way. Y'all try to tell me to do that, man. That's what it is, man. You ain't gonna see it coming. I'm doing like, what's that movie, Don't Be a Menace? But yeah, man, I got some food over here, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm gonna mess them up, man. Especially somebody I know, like you was helping Esau when the kingdom was going, man. You the one that told on me, man. They gonna be all scared and desperate. We gonna be good to curl, man. We already in that moment now. We be calm. Cool, 2/3 bugging out. Is my money gonna be safe? Is the nuclear deterrence gonna stop them? The little missiles? Do we got enough nukes? Our military strong? They're panicking, man. Like your brother hit you up with that. I'm getting Jackson hit me up with that too. They all like hoping that our military is good enough to combat what's coming. And I'm just like, you talking to the wrong person. No, it's not. Then they go, see, you just anti-American. You just I don't know why he came over here. I'm like, I don't either. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You shouldn't ask me. You want to hear some pretty lies? You better go to the pastor workshop. He'll come. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the truth, man. And if your spirit ain't right, you ain't gonna like it. Man, that's a big time preacher right there, Ockers. Man, that's true. When you tell the 2/3 the truth, they do become an enemy, man. They want to hear that good stuff, man. They don't want to hear that real rebuke. They don't want to hear the truth, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't give a damn about your feelings either, man. That's why I'm really not liking this world. They're like, he a harsh little dude. He a hater. You know, like, nah, I'm just telling you but the truth. You don't like it. You want to hear Babylon the Great gonna be good. You're gonna be a success. And you're gonna have lots of money.
Oh, white man bad.
Yeah, they want to hear that, man.
I'm not great.
Yeah, I'm not telling you, man, that dream is dead, man. It's dying. It's already dead. Dead on arrival. That's what looking at Jake still chasing that dream like you a fool, man. Even Esau know his kingdom is over with. How the hell you still over here champion for something he already know is done? He already know it's done. Jake over here like still, I think, you know, if we get Trump in presidency, I think we might turn it around, man. To turn this ship around. If we go vote, you know. That's the thing I always say, man, vote, man. That shit hurts me. Every time I hear that, like, you fool. You been vote for the past 4 years.
You can't change nothing if you don't get out there.
God. And they call you a fool if you don't vote.
That shit irritating, bro.
Very irritating, man. You are vexed, man. Third the decided stupid children, man. They've been voting for the past 50 years and ain't nothing changed. Still getting blocked up by the police. Still getting taxed, you know, to all hell. While the Edomites, the rich Edomites don't pay no tax. You know, and they the ones who vote for. They are in their little secret council of beats like, damn dummies. I'm glad they voted for me. I'm about to rob them now. Let's increase the taxes on them. And they're like, you can't feel bad. You voted for it. You gave him the right for him to rob you. When you signed off on his name and checked it, that's like you signed it like, I want you to rob me every paycheck. This is why I want to rob me.
I'm on in my house, take all my goods.
Yeah, that's why I want to rob me every paycheck, man. You throw 40%.
Go ahead, use your law that you vote on. They give me the domain. Let's take everything I own. That's what Charles Schwab said. You were own nothing and be happy.
Yeah, he ain't lying when he say that. I'm looking at Jake talking about that conspiracy theories, y'all. I'm like, the Edomite that is the mouthpiece for all they economics and they money told you own nothing. So what do you mean when he say that? They about to make you broke, man. They're going to crash the dollar. Take away all the money. You ain't gonna have nothing. And then they made it so messed up. They say you're gonna be happy about that. And then I'm looking at 2/3 like, oh, that look like it's about to be true. Y'all are stupid. Like, that's about to do you like that. They ain't gotta hide it no more. That's like the 2/3 is so dumbed down and so lost right now. The devil come out and tell the truth, and Jacob go right with it. The devil ain't gotta hide nothing. They ain't gotta do because what they do, they meet in Davos, Switzerland, World Economic Forum. They didn't hide that. Now they ain't gotta hide. They put out in the open. They got Klaus Schwab. He telling you what they about to do. They telling you they about to do the MOTP system. They're telling you they got to put a device in your body. They don't have to hide anymore. The people stupid. You can say they're not gonna do nothing. They're not gonna riot. You know, like you look at France, what's that, Israel, like people around the world, they're rioting. Babylonians ain't really rioting like that. And then the Jake ain't gonna riot until a police officer kill a Jake. Then they want to go riot on Black Lives Matter. They paid him to riot, man. Jake ain't gonna just riot for no reason. They got to be paid.
That was that Black Lives Movement that George Sorrow. Yeah, he's a part of that very same movement.
To make Jake look stupid. And then Jake over here riding over a byword. You shouldn't be calling yourself black no more. You're not black. You know, my Bible is black. My skin is not. We Hebrew Israelites. We need to be at home in this book getting right, not, you know, out trying to fight. That, and really, they give a free run for Esau to mow you down. In a minute, these Black Lives Matter rise about to get mowed down. Esau like, he over here doing this. Hey, send the National Guard and mow them down. Yeah, so that's the setup, man. I'm looking at Jake like, and he's older Jake. I'm not 40, 50 years old. I'm like, you still ain't figured this out yet? You out here in the street, man, what the? Hey, man, it's in the scripture, man. 2/3 gotta go, man. Consider plants, man. Hey, y'all sisters know y'all Hebrew Israelites?
I'm barely getting into it. That's right. I'm like, people out here is crazy.
Okay. So you better get into it. So how much you know? Like,
I mean, I'm barely stepping into it, really. I grew up Catholic, but I'm transferring to a Christian. I'm barely getting into it. It's great seeing people out here screaming right now.
Oh yeah, because it's about to be that time. Yeah. Like, y'all see what's going on. You see it, huh? The devil, he about to make it in. So that's good y'all coming in right now. Because, like, looking at y'all, what would you call your nationality? Like, are y'all Hispanic descent? Hispanic? Okay. So y'all would be part of the tribe of Issachar.
Or equal. Or equal. Puerto Ricans or whatever. You know.
What y'all say? Mexicans or Puerto Ricans? Mexicans. So that's tribal history part, you know. And when you do your history, y'all got did the same way. You know, so-called African Americans got did. You know, when you look at your history, the Hispanic tribes, y'all had the whole California. Y'all part of the northern tribe. Y'all were here before the so-called white man, the Edomites. And then you think about it, you look at California, you look at Nevada, Colorado, those are what? Hispanic names. New Mexico, you know. Yeah, you look at Texas, El Paso, Texas, that's not American. It's like, what the hell? Like, so it's like when you look at America, the Native Americans had the middle to the east, the Hispanics had the west coast. And then like what you said earlier, the Puerto Ricans, they had all the gold. You know, Puerto Rico, they going to Port Rich. So it's like, where the gold go? So-called white man stole it, man. What they call themselves, conquistadors? You know, you ever heard of that? The Spaniards, they put you on to slavery too. Went through the same thing that the Southern tribes went through. So same thing, you know. You got what's that? The Los Lunas. I want to say it's some writings in Mexico, Paleo Hebrew, the Los Lunas statue. Y'all can look that up. But you saying it though, they also say what they say: no blacks, no Mexicans, no dogs. You know, and when I be at work, and I'm at work, you know, I work around like so-called white man, they're called Edomites, and they're like, I don't like Mexican music. It sounds like carnival music. I don't like it. You know, and they talk mess about Mexican. I'm looking like, okay, talking mess about Mexican. I know we talk about mess about black people too. So I noticed they don't like neither one of us. And here we doing the sermon today was tripping out. You probably got to your family. A lot of so-called Mexicans voted for who? Donald Trump. So you voted for a man that hates you and that wild me. I'm like, how you vote for him and he talking about you need to go back to the border? I'm like, fool, my people's over here before you. What are you talking about? Who you think built your country? You know? So they over here like, and it tripped me out. Like, it was so many Mexicans voted for Donald Trump. It blew my mind. And then when he got in there, he did what? He did that ICE campaign, trying to send them back. And they over there crying to me. What we gonna do? I'm like, and now you can do. You gotta wait 4 years for him to get out. I told you not to vote for him. I told him so-called white man's devil. He doesn't like you. He hates you. You know, he always has. He's always been bad to all our people.
So we say his motto is the thief, you know, as scripture, Yahweh Shah said, the thief cometh to steal, kill, and destroy. That's the so-called white man's motto. And everything he got, he stole it. Everything, he also got it by deceit, you know, and he destroyed people. He destroyed people's nationality. He destroyed people's family, you know. The child support system, they take the fathers out of the home. They destroy the family, you know. That's their motto. So when we get out here, we say we thought he was the so-called white man, the devil. That's who they are. You know, it points directly to them. Everything in this Bible is a point right there directly to the white man.
Job 9:24. You know, you come up to face me, like you say, you just came from Catholic, right? So you go up in these churches. Who do they say that the Savior's name is? What is his name? Jesus. You know, letter J wasn't invented to what? The early parts, yeah, 1400. So, and then they got him in whose image? Whose image is he in? Who? Yeah, whose image is he in? But the scriptures tell you that he has skin like burnt brass. That's my check. Burnt brass don't look white. So what you do? You whitewash. You change the image of. Then you change his name. And see, when you read the Bible, you understand it to tell you that the devil, the wicked, would do that.
That's what Job 9:24 said. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where is wisdom? So the prophet Job is asking the question. If you don't believe what we're saying, then who is the wicked? And so ultimately, the wicked is the person that pretty much whitewashed everything. Everything you see is basically showing that image. You know?
Roman Catholic Church messed with how many little boys? Roman Catholic Church messed with how many little boys?
I don't know.
Y'all ain't know that?
Y'all ain't heard about the Roman Catholic Church, all they little sex scandals? Y'all ain't Google that. It's so bad they're trying to cover it up. All the Roman, the priests, the cardinals, all they do is mess with little boys because the so-called white man by nature, he's a homosexual. So and then they mess, they got all kind of cases. I can't believe y'all ain't heard that. Y'all just hit the movie. How old are y'all?
I'm 17.
Oh, that's why y'all really got that. This is Google. read up Pope Francis, kind of cover up all the scandals, because it's a lot. That, and the Roman Catholic got to think about it too. Who put, y'all know Jesus' real name, Jehoshua. Who put him to death? What nation people put him to death? The Romans. They don't know that either. Okay, wasn't the Romans ruling at that time? It was the Romans, right? What nationality were the Romans?
So-called white man.
You don't know? Well, they teach y'all nothing in school, huh?
No.
Y'all didn't know that. Y'all ain't learned that
It's
about.
all white at school.
I know.
They want us
You
to
should
know
learn
white
about the
history.
Romans, though. Greeks and Romans, they teach that.
Well, actually, you got to think
They don't
about
teach that no more either.
They changed that. They remember that critical race theory.
But the Romans, that's before America, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so I'm like, they ain't teach y'all none of that.
So what's y'all history class like now?
Well, like about 2 weeks ago, all we knew was like. Did we look at that either? I don't have history.
You don't have history class?
And look, if you don't know the history, you won't understand the mystery. You got to know what happened in the past to know what's going on now. So I see why they're doing that to y'all nowadays. They taught that when I was in school. So I see now, what they let me know, they don't teach that to y'all, so y'all won't know nothing. So I see they like, yeah, y'all coming from like straight, y'all getting the basics right now. So the Greeks and the Romans, those were the so-called white people. Greeks and Romans were white people, their early civilization. The Romans were the ones who put who you would know as Jesus to death, because he was teaching truth. He's doing what we're doing now. They don't want to hear that. So they went ahead and hung him on the cross, and put him to death. Because our people like back then, like Paul, like they want you to believe like they run it. They started everything. They're God, they got a God complex, and they want you to believe that. So right now what we're doing is coming out with the truth, man. But they like y'all part of the truth, y'all are Israelites. Y'all are Hebrew Israelites. They're from the tribe of Issachar. That's y'all's people. We the people too. I believe I'm from the tribe of Judah. So y'all should like go on the internet, Great Millstone, look it up, and then start getting fed. Start getting, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The truth. I wouldn't even say it's a religion, because really this is your culture. Your heritage. Yeah, this is your heritage. It's really not a religion. Let's say they want to teach it like it's a religion, something like that, but really it's your culture. You got a culture, a way to live. The laws and commandments in the Bible is like showing you the ways you're supposed to live. Yeah, that's the guideline.
That's the part of history. What they actually did is that when they put our people in slavery, they actually killed off our elders, and then they pretty much kept the young ones, kind of what they doing to y'all in school, right? And so they basically beat our tradition, our heritage out of us when we was in slavery. And so that was one of the main things. That was one of the first things that they did. All right. And so you have to look up the Willie Lynch letter and other slave masters just like them. One of the things that they all had a seminar. One of the questions that they asked is, do your slaves remember who they were? And then some of the slave masters asked the question and said, yeah, they do. And he said, that's your problem. They're not supposed to remember who they was, and that's the only way that you can be subjected under the white man. All right. So if we lost our heritage, we don't remember who we was. That's why we're coming back. That's why we're coming back to this. But that's the main thing that they did in slavery, that they got rid of us. They started calling us bywords and barwords. So that's why y'all call so-called Mexicans, and y'all call so-called Mexican. They call us so-called black. So our nationality is Hebrew Israelite. They beat that out of us, and they separated us, and they gave us, this is the black man, this is the Mexican, that's the Indian man. They gave us those names were came from the white man. All right. And so that's something that you got to remember. That's what happened to us in slavery.
Yeah. Basically, what you're saying is our heritage, the truth used to be in. They took that away from us, and they gave you Roman Catholicism. They gave you Jesus. They gave you religion. They took your culture away from your heritage. They gave you religion, which is based on what they teach. Jesus. They teach everybody to get salvation. They teach Jesus love everybody. They got the white man like he just love everybody. That's all a lie.
So in the Bible, that you have in your hands right now, does it say what is the name that refers to God in the Bible, in your Bible, or Jesus in your Bible? Like what's the name they refer to him? Or they don't refer to him.
Like in the Holy Bible, on the regular one, it do say Jesus, but because it's reprinted. It says J. But if you go to like a 1611 Bible, a Bible that predates this, it ain't no letter J's in there. It'll say like Yahushua or something like that. So Jesus is his real name. It's a name that they made.
Just like you said earlier, look up the, like when you say do a Google research, ask the question on Google and ask how old is the number J, like how old is the letter J, or you can look up who is the founder of the letter J, and it'll give you that information. And if you see that information, it existed in 1524, and so that does not go back to the time where our Messiah was walking the earth. So what would they call him at that particular time is the question you got to figure out.
I see what she getting to. She want to know, our people spoke Paleo Hebrew. We didn't speak English back then. We didn't speak Spanish back then. The language spoke was Paleo Hebrew. So when Moses came down, he said, tell the children of Israel, I am who I am. So the real name is Yahweh. Paleo Hebrew means he who exists. That's the name Yahweh. That's Paleo Hebrew. The son's name is Yahweh Shah. Now you probably pretty much already know he said, I come in my father's name. Remember when Jesus said that? That don't make sense if his name is Jesus and his name is God. They don't even have a name for God. They didn't say God, right? They have a name for him. Now, when you get the name Yahweh Shah, that makes all the sense in the world if God's name is Yahweh. Then, like, if we're Hebrew Israelites, you got to think to yourself, what language are my people speaking back then? Because we didn't speak English. That's so-called white man's language. We didn't speak Spanish. You know, that's a new language that came from Latin. So you got to ask yourself, you got to go, because that's one of the first things I asked. I was right where y'all was at. And I was like, okay, if God and Jesus ain't his name, because I always figured Jesus wasn't his name. When I was young, y'all age, I always figured that was a false name. It was also my spirit, like, something ain't right with that. They don't sound right. It sounds like a white person's name. You know, I always knew like I was different from, you know, the system. And then as you research, then you find out, you know, you start getting to Paleo Hebrew, you find out his name is Yahweh, son's name is Yahweh Shah. That's what we say, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Then you get to the language.
So Yahweh Shah means he's the savior or he was the deliverer. And that's what he is. That's what he did. You know, he died on the cross to deliver us from our sins. And so he's the deliverer. You know, he got a lot of nicknames or whatever, a lot of titles. Like,
they got any more questions? Well, we're gonna get my YouTube. Cause I got a section with the language if y'all want to get into that. If y'all really trying to learn.
Oh, I can take it down.
Yeah, girl, let me show you. Let me give it to you. Y'all got it.
All right, so I was gonna read what was it? I was in Second Thessalonians. I think First Thessalonians, right? Yeah, this is Second Thessalonians, right? Chapter 2.
Right now.
And verse 3. All right, so it says, you know, this your sister's asking multiple questions, right?
And you
so
don't
this
know
is
your nationality.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall come, except they come and falling away first, and that the men of the sin be revealed in the sons of perdition. All right, and it said, except they come and falling away first. That basically saying that the Israelites fell away from their heritage. All right, and then it said that man of sin be revealed. Who is that man of sin? He thought he was a so-called white man. All right, he's the devil. So he's being revealed in the day and time. Okay, and it said the son of perdition. All right, in verse 4, and it said, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called the Most High. All right, so these devils got a God complex and they want to be like the Most High. All right, read Isaiah the 14th chapter. Okay, and it said, and sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. All right, and that is the white man who you know, that's the white man that pretty much openly spread the lies. He is the God of this wicked world. Okay, now we jump down to verse 7, right? Second Thessalonians chapter 7. Okay, going back into the 2/3, right? Because it said, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work, only he who now let it will let and be taken out of the way. And it said, thou shalt iniquity be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. In verse 9, it said, even him who coming is after the workers of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders. All right, so when we telling you that the devil is lying, and the 2/3 we present the evidence of one of the 2/3, and they still want to believe it. They call it conspiracy theory. That's because y'all don't want them to get it. All right, and so in verse 10 it says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they believe, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And then it says, for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion. All right, and that strong delusion is put on the 2/3. This is why they can't get right. And he said that they should believe a lie. All right. In verse 12, he said that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Okay, and that's pretty much the fate of the 2/3, and they got pleasure in this world. Okay, and then y'all about to y'all shot that he that's a friend of this world is enmity against the Most High. And that's pretty much what the fate of the 2/3.
They're under that strong delusion, man. That Babylon troops, man. But hey, the power of the Lord is really shining, man. They said we just seen two, young Eve, Ishtar, man. They out here like, I'm getting into a little bit. I want to know the truth. So, hey, the Lord, man, he doing the works, man. He trying to get the hope from elect. That's why we out here, man. We fishing for the hope from elect. And we don't give a damn about the 2/3, man. 2/3 gotta go, man. They heard it and they cast it behind them. So, hey, that's on them, man. We only want to deal with the ones that want to know the truth. And we at the time where I don't have time to waste for no 2/3. Sit here, spoon feed you and try to force that. That ain't how this works, man. I only want to deal with ones that want to know, that's open to it, that's susceptible. They got ears that can hear, eyes that can see. We can deal with those, man. So seeing that let me know, man. That's why we still out here, man. We still got people who come in last minute, settle on in, and then like that right there showed me something too, man. Esau is now he don't want to teach history. They ain't know nothing about history, Greeks, Romans, none of that. So this devil don't want to teach no history. You know why? He's trying to hide his crime.
And then she said she was 17, so she thought he could be about to be a senior, right? Most of 17-year-olds are normally a senior. And she literally said that they don't teach history in high school. So, like she said she didn't have no history class.
So hey, man. So that showed me that's that devil working. That said the devil done. Yeah, that show we don't whoop the man. I think because he don't want to talk about history no more. He trying to cover his crimes, though. That let me know the devil going to come down with great wrath because he don't want to teach history in schools no more, man. So that show we got the truth. We hitting it on the head. And that show how dumb 2/3 is. You gotta look at that. This devil don't want to teach history no more. Why? Because we don't pull it out his dirt. That's why. So that should make a 2/3 go, maybe these brothers got a point. Maybe I should kind of listen a little bit, man. The devil did lynch us in trees, like nobody business. So maybe I need to listen. But, like you say, man, 2/3 shall be, cut off and die. That's the only recipe for them. So with that, you watch when you listening, man, you gotta make a competition like what side you gonna be on, man. Are you gonna adhere to the word of your shot and give yourself an opportunity for your hope to elect, or are you gonna go ahead and roll the dice with what Esau prescribes and chase your American dream? The Lord already know what you're gonna do. The ways of man are the Lord. So you don't know what you're gonna do. So you gotta decide what are you gonna do. And if like the word done hit you, a video pistol, you hit the like that's your opportunity right there to, make your move, man. Where you gonna go with? You gonna study it? You show yourself approved? Or are you gonna be like, man, I'm gonna just roll what Esau talking about, man. It's easy, man. Because it's easy to be a fool in Esau's kingdom, man. You popular percent and you just wild out. You just whatever the flesh impulse has, you just go into that. And that's gonna lead you down a messed up type of way of life, man. You don't know what you're gonna do if you listen to your flesh. Your flesh be craving all kind of crazy shit. Yeah, it craves some crazy shit, man. You gotta, as a spiritual being, you gotta fight your flesh, man. And it's a battle. That's why it's a spiritual battle, man. You gotta fight with Esau. You gotta fight with wicked 2/3 East. You gotta fight your flesh, and Lord, when do you endure it, man? That's why this edification goes in building you up. Because as you build up, like you lifting weights, man, you get stronger and the fights get easier. You'll fast. Hey, you tell that demonic spirit to shut the hell up real quick.
When you mentioned you got to fight your flesh, it made me think of this scripture real quick. It's Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 28, and it says, "He that have no rule over his own spirit it's like a city that is broken down without walls. You see that? And so when the ox mentioned that you got to fight your flesh, you got to set up the standard, and the standard is the Bible. All right, this is your standard. And so long as you lean on to that standard, you're gonna have walls that's gonna be able to fight against those demons that's gonna attack you on a daily basis. All right, but if you don't have no rule of your own spirit, they're gonna run right through you.
See, 2/3 is weak. They don't want to fight. They just want to lay down. You know, they don't want to get up and box. You know, throw out the little 1-2. They're like, man, nah, ain't no. I done had a lot of Israelite dudes tell me that, man. Just give up. And Esau always gonna lose. Just lay down. I'm looking at that nigga like, nigga, you dead. I could talk to that like that. That's weakness to the highest level to me. Like, you know,
yeah, just like the Akadar mentioned earlier, they crab in the bucket spirit, man. Yeah. They crab in the bucket spirit, man.
Yeah. So, they say y'all want to yourself.
Yeah. No.
I appreciate it, man. Okay, it's been edifying. Give our praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadash. Baby.
Shalom.
Detail Baba Bar. Shalom to all the Akim. Aqua from the comment board. Shalom. Hey, man. I'm coming back.